legally on the backstrip of a road course. You don't get time slips. And it's only 8 mile. But it's a nice Friday night. The two-step just got done, so I'm trying to go get a pass or two. Leaving about an hour later than I wanted to. So that's how it always goes. But I'm trying to go have some fun. I guess this is the way to go. We're here though. So when I got back from Dominion, I was looking at the footage and I noticed everything when I was outside the car had copyrighted music playing over the PA, clear as day in the video. So I'm not gonna be able to use any of that. So I'm just basically, what I can't use is me hopping out of the car and talking about each pass. So I'm gonna tack that on from here in the garage after the fact, in between each pass. And I do talk about times, and if you're interested in how I got the times from a track that has no timing system, I'll add it to the end of the video. So the first pass was basically straight off the highway. There's no tech or anything, so I just hopped right in line. Didn't air down or anything. Rear tires were 25 pounds, or 25 PSI. Two-step was at 3,500, and I shifted at 5,800, so a little bit earlier. And it went 827 in the 8th, and spun pretty hard. Yeah, that's the first pass. I didn't see the water box. I didn't see any water, so I didn't really do a burnout. And the turnaround comes up so fast, right over the finish line. So I went right by it. Yeah, you basically got to get on the brakes right at the finish line, and to make the turnaround. So first pass is basically that. I wanted to get comfortable with the track. So second pass, still didn't see the water box. Tried to do a little bit of a burnout. As soon as I started, car kicked right, pointed right at the guy by the Christmas tree. So I lifted. It kind of spooked me. I didn't want to keep doing a burnout pointing straight at this guy that close. So two steps still 3,500. Rear tires were at 19 pounds, and I shifted at 5,500, which felt pretty good. And it went 820. Like, I moved the camera angle down. It was up a little higher. And I got the second GoPro outside, so hopefully, yeah, it's still there. Hopefully I got some good footage. This was fun. I'm not a very good no prep launcher. You know, that was my 5th pass. This pass was my 5th pass in the car. Yeah, that was fun. Now I gotta get ready to make the trek home. So 3rd pass. I still didn't find the water box, but the water box found me. Basically the 3rd guy in line in the staging lanes. There's 3 employees. The first one looked at me and asked if I wanted water. I was like, yes. So I did a bigger burnout. Tire pressure was still 19 pounds. 2-step was still 3,500, and I shifted at 5,500 again, and went 824. The right lane had a 60-foot cone, so it looks like the 60-foot was 206, which feels about right because I spun. But the 8th picked up everywhere else. Not sure if it's because how I timed it or because I'm shifting earlier. So, I'm pretty excited to go to a track with a timing system. And don't get me wrong, Dominion was fun, but again, I like to nerd out on the time slips. So yeah, that was it. That was Dominion. Overall, it's a really fun spot. The burnout box is kind of downhill, but the rest of it's relatively flat. Again, no timing system. I kind of explained how I timed it, which seemed to work okay. I mean, I'll probably try it again at when I go to a place with a timing system just to see how accurate it was. But yeah, Dominion's worth the trip. It's fun. Very different atmosphere from all the tracks I've been to. They're usually a lot more structured. But yeah, it was a good time. I think it'd be fun to bring some friends out there and grudge race or just mess around. So yeah, that was fun. So this next bit is about how I got times from a no-time track using my video editing software. What you can do is you can cut a clip and it'll tell you how long the clip you cut is down to the 100th. So because Dominion Raceway has no timing, there's nothing. It's just like a Christmas tree sitting in the middle of 2 lanes. I don't even think you can red light. I don't think there's any light beams or anything. A lot of people do roll racing there and stuff, so I don't think they necessarily care, or grudge racing, or it's like quote unquote street racing in a controlled environment, which it's pretty cool. It was a fun time. It was a good spot. But I'm kind of a nerd about time slips and all that. I like having time slip and seeing like, hey, I lowered the tire pressure and it did this. I shifted here, it did this. I did this with the timing. It made this impact on the pass. So nerd alert a little bit, but what I did was I cut the clip as soon as the car made a move. Like as soon as the car started rolling, I cut the clip, and then the frame past the finish line, I cut the clip, and I got the times of the passes from there. It's an 8th mile track, so those are the number. We talking an 8th mile. Typically, on a track with staging beams and a timing system, you pre-stage, then you stage, and then you roll about a foot, off the line, and then that starts the timer. That ends your reaction time, and that starts the timer. So I didn't even do that. I wanted a benefit of the doubt. Like, if I'm going goofy timing and like using a program, Adobe to tell me how long the car is in motion, basically. I started as soon as I got the car, basically the front left fender rising, not even rolling forward, because I don't. It's not really important. I just wanted to see. Like I said, I'm kind of a nerd about it. I wanted to see what it ran in the 8th. So when I talk about each pass, that's how I got the time. Not putting a lot of weight in it, not holding my breath that it ran that. The numbers kind of do line up to what I would expect. But, yeah, full disclosure, there was no timing, and that's how I did it.